So welcome again to Simply Ethics classes. In previous, this is the lecture 2. In previous lecture, we discussed about the sources and syllabus. That part is done already. So you can refer to that video. So one thing I would like to tell that the entire series of this GS paper 4 will be available in the playlist of this YouTube channel. So you can refer to the YouTube channel playlist for this ethics paper, and the entire series will be updated in this index, so you will not find any difficulty in navigating through different lectures. So every lecture with a particular topic I'll be updating in this lecture index. So, and this index will be posted in every video in the beginning, so that will tell you which lecture is covering which part. So more than 50 plus lectures will be there, so you can refer to that as well. So now we will start with the topic values. So this is the unit 1 of your syllabus. So we are starting with the first unit. There are 7 units as we discussed in the first video. 8th unit is your case studies. So we are starting with the first unit. This is about ethics and human interface. So we will be studying ethics and human interface. But before going to ethics, we will start with the human values, because this is the very basic of your ethics paper, because the entire thing about ethics is related to human values. So before understanding ethics, first you should understand what are the values. That is more important. Okay, so we will proceed with the basics of values, and then we will move on to the ethics and human interface. So what are the values? So actually this is all about what we are studying in ethics. See, there are 3 things we will be studying in ethics. What are those 3 things? Number 1 is mental construct. What is the mental construct? Whatever you think or whatever you feel. So these particular actions are happening in your mind. So that is your mental construct. Thinking and feeling, liking, disliking, values, whatever. So these things will be in your mind. After that mental construct will regulate your attitude. Attitude, what is the meaning of attitude? Attitude meaning is like whatever the mental constructs you possess, that will decide your liking and disliking towards particular thing. Okay, so this liking and disliking will decide your attitude. Now this attitude will convert into behavior. So when you put your attitude into action, so that becomes behavior. So these 3 things we are interlinking in ethics. So first we will be thinking about, we will be taking what is mental construct, then that mental construct will be converted into attitude, and then attitude will be converted into behavior. So this entire ethics will revolve around all these 3 things. This is a systematic process. So your behavior will be determined by attitude will be determined by mental construct. So we are going to see the entire syllabus will be talking about this. So there are different mental constructs. What are the mental constructs? Whatever we think, feel, or that will add into our values. So there can be different values. Values can vary as per your upbringing, how you are being taught in school, in family and society, where you live. So these value development will be relative. So that will also determine the mental construct. Then morality, ethics. So these are the elements. So you can add more also, honesty, whatever. But these are psychological things. So these are psychological characteristics of a person. Okay, so when these psychological characteristics will determine the mental construct of a particular person. What kind of values that person possesses? Is he moral or not? Values can be also negative or positive. Is he ethical or not? So these things we will be linking with. Then when these, in the next slide, as we have seen, these mental constructs will determine the attitude. So the importance of mental constructs is very much linked with the attitude. So attitude, and then it will be determining our behavior. So this is the basis of your ethics syllabus. So whatever you are studying, it is about your mind or psychology. So then when this psychology comes into action, that will become behavior. So that we are going to do that will be the basic part. Like we will be establishing the relationship between mental construct, attitude and actions. So when these constructs of mind are converted into action, it becomes behavior. So when we are converting our attitude into actions, that is behavior. So this is the example. Let's see how mental construct and behavior are interlinked. See, this is the stereotype. This is a relation. This is the relation between stereotype, prejudice and discrimination. So this is a trilogy of stereotype, prejudice and discrimination. So these will work simultaneously. How? So what is stereotype? Stereotype, we will be having a particular stereotype. Stereotype means like we have a predefined opinion about something. For example, see, it is very common, we can see in Indian context that particular caste is considered as inferior than another caste. So if you go to West, there is racism. So blacks are considered inferior to whites. So this is stereotype. This is stereotype, like blacks are inferior, or a particular caste is inferior, or women are inferior than men. This is stereotype. When a particular person holds stereotype, then he will be having some prejudice also. So he will be thinking accordingly. So this stereotype and prejudice will be interlinked. And after this interlinking, what will happen when these men or women who are holding this prejudice come into power or are in strong position, they will start discriminating with the weaker sections. So that we have seen, the upper caste in India has been dominant in power since ages, and they started discrimination with lower caste, and that discrimination is still continued even after the constitution provided equality for all the Indians. Still this balance is not yet created, so the difference is still there. So that is the link between prejudice, stereotype and discrimination. So we can see prejudice and stereotypes are mental constructs. This is mental construct. When prejudice, this will become attitude towards what? Towards lower caste or towards black. When the section in the strong position will start behaving discriminately, that will become behavior. So this is a very strong link between mental construct and behavior, and in between there is attitude. So with this we can understand how these three things are interrelated. So let's move on to the very first mental concept, that is values. What are the values? See, values you can understand with simple meaning, that whatever a person give values to, that are the values. Like those values hold some, like some particular, like there are ideas or there are opinions. So if those opinions hold some importance for us, even some things, physical things also, if they hold some importance for a particular person, that will formulate, or that will create some value for that person. So those are values. So what are the values? There are different meanings. These are preferable mode of conduct. So a particular mode of conduct you may prefer, like somebody, like if somebody is respects elders, so they will say namaste, or they will touch their feet. So that is their preferable mode of conduct, as they respect the elders. That is their values. So in some societies there will be handshaking, or they will be hugging, or there can be n number of values. So that is preferable mode of conduct, like a person likes to conduct in a particular manner. That can be good or also, and that can be bad as well. That is not that doesn't mean that it should be always good. That can be good as well as bad, because values can be positive and negative. Values are of both types. That values can be positive, values can be negative as well. But values means positive attitude towards a thing. Positive attitude towards a thing, or opinion, or idea, or ideology. Attitude is positive, but that particular value can be negative. What is the positive attitude means? You like that particular kind of value. So that shows your positive attitude towards that values. See, for example, terrorists have positive attitude towards killing. This is the example. See, terrorists have positive attitude towards killing. So with this positive, we definitely know killing is a negative value. Terrorism is a negative value. But the terrorists hold positive attitude towards the killing. So they don't regret in killing. They think they are doing some noble work. So for them, it possesses some positive attitude. Okay. So that's why positive attitude towards negative or positive values. So attitude will be positive always towards particular values, but those values can be negative and positive. So the other meaning of values means whatever is actually liked. Whatever a person likes, that can becomes value. Prized in the sense you are holding some value to that particular idea or even opinion, whatever it is. Esteemed, you take pride in that particular opinion. So that is why some values are esteemed. Desired, you desired for that opinion, or also you can approve or you can enjoy by anyone at any time. So any person is showing these characteristics towards particular opinion or particular ideology or particular thing. That is what is that? That is value. Values are individual beliefs that motivate people to act one way or another. They serve as the guide for human behavior. So individual beliefs, what is the value? You believe in a particular way. You believe that something is right and something is wrong. That is your belief. So that belief will be forming your values for you. See, for you can think that like how we can take the example of this. There are two persons, person A and person B. Okay, they are living in a society. Person A thinks that women can go out and work. There shall be no restriction on women. Okay, and there will be person B who will be thinking women should not go out, they should stay at home. There shall be no unlimited freedom for women. So these are two types of views. Okay, so this person believes in a particular way and this person believes in a particular way. So there is a difference between even individual beliefs also. So when these individual beliefs, they hold some belief, so according to that belief they will behave in a particular act, means behave. So they will behave in a particular manner. So that behavior, when we have seen that when the attitude is converted into action, that will become behavior. So this behavior, with this behavior, this person will not allow his daughter to go out. This will allow his daughter to go out, but this person will not allow his daughter to go out for education or for, this is a simple example I am discussing. You can understand well with this. So these are the individual beliefs that motivate people to act one way or another. They serve as the guide for human behavior. So these values, these mental constructs will guide your behavior. Internal, because internal guide, these are internal guides, because these feelings are from within the person. So there are different types of values. So this is the, you can see the list of the values. This is the list of the values. These are the positive values, these are the negative values. Okay, so there are positive values as well and there are negative values as well. So both positive and negative values exist in the society. So you can see these are the list of positive values: kindness, integrity, acceptance. So you will be using these words in your answer writing also, and at places you will be reading about these also when you are reading, when we proceed further in this syllabus. So you will be reading integrity, acceptance, focus, responsibility, honesty. So these gratitude, perseverance, respect, etc. So these are the positive values, and these are the negative values also. Corruption is negative. Corruption is a negative value. Violence is negative value. Stealing is negative value. Lying is negative value. Dogmatic beliefs, like we see the religious dogmas are there. They are negative values. Okay, so these are the list of values that we can use. So now we will proceed. What are the characteristics of the values and what are the function of these values? So the basic definition we have seen. What is the definition of these values and how three things we see. Always keep in mind three things. What is that? Mental construct, attitude and behavior. These three things will work simultaneously. So now we will start with what are the characteristics. Characteristics means what defines value, how they are possessed, how they are developed. So values are outcome of knowledge, belief, exposure and experience. How values develop? See, when a person lives in a society, he experiences these things. He will be within his family. He will be learning many things with society, with peer groups. That thing we will discuss in the next video in socialization process. But still, briefly, I am saying, like, these values are the outcome of exposure, experience, etc. of a particular person. How does that happen? When a particular person, when being a child, See, a person born and from child to adult, the process of socialization will be imparting particular values on it. So that is the process of value development. So this is the outcome of knowledge, education. When you are getting educated, so religious values, all these values will be adding to your knowledge. So they have different aspects. So values have different aspects, like cognitive in this. What is the cognitive aspects? How you think. Cognitive is related to thinking, logic and reasoning. What you think. Affective means like emotional. This is emotional aspect. How particular values hold some emotions for you. And some values will be, you will be critically thinking about those values. That will be cognitive effect, directional effect. So these are the different aspects of the values. Okay. Values are learned during the process of socialization through culture and social institutions. So these two things are almost interrelated. So the socialization process is about how one learns about the values and social institutions. Values are given in hierarchy. So values are given in hierarchy in the sense, as the child grows from a particular age to adult, so there will be in the socialization process, the values will be also given in hierarchy as per the basic understanding of the age. Because no one can teach you about like if there is something, if economic value, you cannot teach a particular 2-year-old child about the economic values, like how should one about the importance of the career. So this is the hierarchy through which values are imparted. So values are given in pairs. What is the meaning of this? Values are given in pairs. See, you will have to explain the positive and negative values simultaneously. If you are telling a particular child about speaking truth, so that parent will be also telling about why it is bad to speak a lie. So that is the pair. When values are imparted, they are imparted in pairs. So positive and negative. So if you are telling about the truth, you will also tell about why one should not lie. If you are telling about the success, you will also tell about the failure. If you are telling about the love, you will also tell about the hate. So these things are always given, values are always given in pairs. Functions. Now we'll see what are the functions of the values. The functions of the values, there are various functions. First of all, we will see they give meaning to individual character. Individual character means a particular person will be having a particular characteristics. So the particular person will be having a particular character. That character will be based on what kind of values he or she holds. So that will determine what kind of values he holds, will determine the character of a person. See, there are two persons, one will be respecting elders, one will not be respecting elders. So the society will determine the character of that person based on how he treats the others or elders. So that is the how values give meaning to the characters, helps take decisions, so work as internal guide. So whatever value you in your different walks of life, you will be taking various decisions. So these decisions will be determined by the kind of values a person holds. So what we can say, the internal guide. When you are taking decision, so you will be giving priority to particular values. So based on those priorities, what you hold, you will be taking decisions. So that is kind of a internal guide. So in every aspect of life, you will be taking some decision. So those decision will be based on the values you hold towards particular situation or particular thing. So determines liking and disliking. So values, if you have positive attitude towards a value, you will be liking it. If you have negative value towards a thing or idea, you will be disliking it. So this can be anything for a particular, like a political ideology. If you are holding, if you are a person supporting right wing, so and simultaneously you will be opposing left wing, so you will be liking the right wing, but you will be at the same time disliking the left ideology. So that will determine liking and disliking. Influence thought, behavior, feelings, etc. So values, again, this is the thing which we have discussed, what we did, the mental construct, attitude and behavior. So these values, the mental constructs will influence your thinking, your behavior, your feelings. All these things will be affected by values. So values also influence interpersonal relations. How, see, you will be feeling comfortable with a person who is holding values similar to you, but you will not be feeling very accommodative with a person who is not holding values very much different from you. So helps in prioritization. You can prioritize. So this thing you can link with the decision making. When you are making decisions, so you have to prioritize things. So based on these values, you can prioritize many things. Helps become socially acceptable. So this is the most important aspects of values. What is that? It will make you socially acceptable. How? In the society, when socialization is happening, in that socialization, the individual A will conform to society. So if you conform to society, you will be socially acceptable. So what is that meaning? What is the meaning of it? See, your values are almost compatible with the society. When these are compatible with the society, your acceptance will be higher. You will have a higher acceptance. But if your values are not acceptable or compatible with the society, your acceptance will be lower. So say if a person is behaving very badly in society, or is creating trouble for women, so people will not like that person. And when people don't if that person is crossing the limits, they will be complaining in the police and they will be sending him to jail. So this is showing how that person is not acceptable to society. Because of that non-acceptability, the society decided to put him behind the bars. So this shows how values can, that person also has some values, but those are negative values, and those negative values are not compatible with society. This is the very basic example. You can see how compatibility of values will determine the acceptance and non-acceptance of a particular person. So we have seen the characteristics and the functions of the values. So now we'll move on to the classification of the values. So classification, there can be n number of classification. So I am restricting it to few, like social, religious, affective, moral. In social classification, you can see love, hate, respect, affection, competition, tolerance, intolerance, secularism. It depends on the society in which you are living. Liberalism and conservative. So sorry for the spelling mistake. So you can think about various, you can see how in various societies secularism or racism also a particular social value, but it depends in which society you are living in. Tolerance, intolerance. So these are the basic things. I don't need to explain. Religious in religious texts they will be talking about ethics, morality, spiritualism, humanism. So there are many, like different religion had different codes of particular. They have different religious codes or textbooks, religious texts. So based on those texts you can follow these values of those religions. Effective values again, but these are related to emotions. So emotions can be negative, positive, love, hatred, etc. So moral, intellectual values can be rational, logic, reasoning, critical analysis. When a particular person is intellectual, he will not be following anything blindly. So he will be using his rational or logic reasoning. If we say women should not be allowed to go outside, but an intellectual person will argue on that opinion. He will argue why they are not allowed to go outside. Similarly, the scientific values, these are even our constitution in the fundamental duties promotes that citizens should hold scientific values. So economic values can have different dimensions. The socialism, capitalism, LPG reforms we did. Okay. After that, this is laissez-faire, like open market system, neo-colonialism. Even colonialism is also a particular economic values in which the Western countries were of the belief that the countries in the East should be conquered and their resources should be exploited for the benefit of the mother country, particular country who is ruling that. So that is colonialism. Now neo-colonialism is happening. Neo-colonialism is how this is happening based on economic subjugation. How China is, take the example of China. China is giving huge amount of loans to poor countries. And those China knows this country will never be able to pay these loans. Like Pakistan, in Africa as well, in South Asia, in many countries, China is investing huge money. Okay. So in these countries, China is investing a large amount of money, and after a particular time, these countries will not be able to repay the loan. So what will happen? The moment these countries are helpless, China will start dominating these countries' politics and start exploiting the resources of these countries. Even in Pakistan, a very significant part of the area which is around POK, China has already established its infrastructure, railway lines, which is, we know that one belt one road initiative is there of China, BRI initiative. Through that initiative, China is expanding towards west. So through that, this is the example of neo-colonialism. So this is the economic value of China. Similarly, in Russia, they follow socialism. In India, we followed socialism till 1990. After that, we did LPG reforms. Okay. So these LPG reforms, in which we started privatization, globalization, we opened our economy. So these are the reforms we changed. So capitalism is followed in US or in many Western countries. So these are the economic values. Political values can be of different nature: liberty, equality, democracy, theocracy. Theocracy is where the rules of religious texts is established based on religion. The rule is done based on religion. So the left and right wing politics is very famous, especially in our country. So these are the political values. Similarly, civic values are there: standing in queue, showing discipline, following hygiene, making noise or not in the public. So these are the civic values. National values can be respecting your freedom fighters, national leaders, or flags, national anthem, and patriotism, showing respect for your country. These are the national values. So we have done the classification of values. Now the further classification we will cover in the next video. So I'll be making videos a little bit shorter so that the viewer doesn't feel burdened with the long videos. So in the next video we will be starting with the next classification of the values.